Dr. Sinati Fisha, the servant of the people. She's welcomed everywhere. Not only that, but most importantly, loved by everyone. The story begins here at the rural village of Ramatlalataba, Situmo, about 58 kilometers outside Polokwane in Limpopo. They call her Sinati.
Para he ke Sinati. Yena o tswetswe ke ngwana Fisha. Ba re ke Fisha mamago a bokone. Ke mo phetole ke mo Situmo. Ke mo tshikiri a makhutwana. Bara he khanyapa we.
I was born and bred here. Ramatlalataba. Ke godisitswe ke koko, my grandmother Matibedi, and from there I was raised also jointly with my mom, and then my sisters, my aunt. So I was actually raised by a lot of people.
The royal family of Ramatlala agreed that Dr. Sinati is indeed a servant of the people, a caring person.
Dr. Fisha o fihlile ba shosho bana ba tshaba ba shia go batamela mo a leng gona go re ga no tsena o mo lo mongwe o nyaka go ya mola go yena gore a no mo dumedisha go re ba no mo amogela ka moggo mongwe le ka bana a no le ka no bitsa bana ba bang ra re e tla lo tshang Dr. Fisha o tle mane ya Muslina o tlile le ba re mane ya Muslina o tlile yo ba tlo tla ba kitima ba sa go re ga mo go yena ga ba kitimele ba re o ka ra ka mpha se sengwe go re no le thabole fela
mane ya Muslina re mo tseba gale o tswaletwana ha ba thalefela nam ha ba ya sekolong mo be re ba boya sekolong ba khumana o sena metse ba tšea dithene ba no ka matsala go kgwametse ba bjamo ka bosiu ba tšea dilepe ba ya kgonyeng.
Dr. Fisha o re holele o re phelele o kgona ho thuša setšhaba se o nkgatlhe ka gore ke bone o šoma o fita le go bo Northwest kwa bona gore no motho o na le lerato.
Her academic career started when she got a scholarship to go and study in Medunsa.
This tree has got very good remembrance for me. When I was still in grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, up to grade 6, this used to be a source of inspiration for me. And I looked forward to sitting under this tree just to have something to eat. My mom, as I said, was working was a domestic worker. So she used to bring, like food, leftovers. And then I would sit down here. After school, I'll find her waiting for me here when they were passing to Mahoba's Kloof, and then she would wait here for me. I'll come and eat, and then because I had a lot of friends, I'll then call all my friends to come and eat with me.
She has achieved a lot academically.
Ke motho wa o rata thuto kudu.
Ke go tile re tsene sekolo botlhe gona mo ba reng ke morere mo dikolo ke la be twa ka gore ke morere a re go bja jalo gona ba le gore go ba kone go ba segwari mara le felola ke morere tsene sekolo botlhe o bitla ma mo ke fitha le na tswela pele ka mogapeng pele ka gona ha ke no re bophelo ba Sinati e bentšile ngwana o mongwe wa botlhale e sengwa mathajana wa botlhale a ke re mathajana le botlhale di tshwane a mathajana ke ya la gore o itšabetša ke no e bja ena bentšile botlhale ba bontšha tswelopele a ke makale le ka keno a le mosemo sa le mo sona ene bentšile ngwana wa rata thuto le nna ko sekolo ka re ba mphalanyana mara be re phadišana ona bothata yo ba ntšhile ka dithuto ena ke doctor ka eo.
And she was a nurse for a number of years. And then one day she said, Connie, I would like to become a doctor.
Dr. Sinati Fisha is not only a mother to her children, but a mother to the nation.
She actually grew me as a daughter. I joined her company in 2008. I was very, very, very young, at the age of 18. I was coming from a matric, didn't have any qualification, but as a mother, she just took me in and decided that I must just come for part-time jobs, and she paid for my varsity school fees.
During lockdown, there were so many things, but she managed to do great and tremendous job upon the entire community. People, they had no food, but she managed to buy food for everybody.
As a mother, she's a servant of the people. That's where the part servant comes in, because here's somebody who's willing to sacrifice her livelihood, who's willing to sacrifice her income so that other people can put food on the table.
She will go and find out if you are covered with everything that you need. She will go and see, can I do something? She wants to change the situation of a person or in a problem. I cannot leave you like this.
Today ke mosadi. I have my own house, not just any house. Ke dula ka hara estate because of yena. Bana ba ka ba tsena proper school. Kore ke phela like I'm a queen. Ke a itirela because of yena. She's one of the best.
Dr. Sinati Fisha is an extraordinary woman, a great leader.
She's like a rock, her other name, Kimafika. Anyway, that's her name that her parents gave her. And it's like they knew that they gave birth to a rock.
I associate her with a woman in the Bible by the name of Deborah, who, while patriarchy was striving very high, he came in and led the army as a prophetess in the Old Testament.
She would challenge you to really become the best of who you can become. And that is something that I truly, truly, truly admire from the bottom of my heart, because she sees people for who they could become instead of who people are.
She's a leader, I'm a follower, because I'll always just follow on what she is doing.
Ngwana o modimo o mo file botlhale. Dilo tse dintsi mamatala mo ditlhotse ke ena. Di storage ke ena. Di tanka tša metsi ke ena. Sinati ke motho o botlhale. And nka le botša taba e nngwe ka ntle le gore ke tšwa mo tseleng. Sinati ke molota ditšhuana. Ke molota family. Ke molota motho o mongwe le o mongwe.
Ge e be ka ba tonakgolo se ka ba MEC. Ka gore tša di dirang di feta tša MEC. E ka no ba tonakgolo ya mo Limpopo, jwale ka bile le ngwana wa Limpopo e re tla mphapathela diatla.
She's also a businesswoman, a strategist, and an entrepreneur.
During the COVID, obviously it was tough. Everybody was in limbo. We didn't know what was going to happen in the next coming 2 months. So the first month of COVID, we were okay. The second month, third month, it was bad. And we decided to meet as executives to discuss a way out of this COVID, and obviously a turnaround strategy during this COVID. And what other companies were doing, of course, options were to retrench people. And we looked at the option of retrenching people. And at that time, for me specifically, it was the most suitable option. And I spoke to the other colleagues and the other executives. I said, you know what? In order for us to not hit a financial slump, I suggest that we retrench. And obviously, I had to now take this conversation to Dr. Fisha. And she was furious. How do you expect me to retrench people during such a difficult time? I tried to reason from a business perspective. I'm like, no, but we need to do this, or the company's gonna go down under. And she's like, that will never happen, Gudlana. If you wanna leave, you can leave. But rather, I don't earn a salary. My people earn a salary. But my people will not be retrenched.
When we started this hospital, we came with a vision to say, in the coming 10 years, we need to have made a huge difference.
With the kind of impact that she has on the community, she's basically telling people, like, you guys can go out, you guys can do it. Coming from Khamatlala to where she is now, it just shows you that you can do it.
She's just an entrepreneur.
You know, I could not keep up. I've worked with Mama for so long. I could not keep up with her business ideas because her brain is always generating ideas, you know, and it's big ideas. It's massive ideas, you know. That's how the business expansion has happened, you know. It's all through her ideas. We are just implementing her ideas.
She's a great woman who calculates her steps. In the world of Dr. Senati Fisha, the word impossible does not exist.
Eki fitla umpa dibuka, di lipi, and then umpa le computer. Kana go, I don't know even computer. Kore, I was like, auntie, this woman, auntie, you're kidding. Uno tamala uno rtia capture this kidiki adinyaga. And I said to myself, because I'm meeting money, kana ko manam silna, I can computer. And she said to me, nothing is impossible. Today, I'm one of the top executives.
There are a lot of us in the company that went through the courses that they never thought they will be able to do in their life. That is Dr. Senati Fisha for you.
She empowers everyone around her.
She has done a lot, especially for the black community. One, she has created a lot of employment for the black community. Regardless of who we are, we've seen the doctors being employed here, we've seen the nurses, we've seen a young graduate, we've seen black women being employed here and serving in the leadership positions. I hold a very strong conviction that she's the person that can serve the leadership structures of this country with distinction.
You know me, the way I'm talking now, this English, it's Mama Fisha take me to school because the time when I was coming here, I was not knowing anything how to talk English. But she took me as you see me now. The way you look at me like this, it's for her, it's because of her. Because she took me from down until now you look at me.
She has made me anyway to be strong. She has made me to be financially independent. She has made me to take a risk because she's a risk taker, and she's a motivator. She'll make you to like life.
That is from you see me the way I am now. I'm different. Even my family there, when the time I was not working, 2017, when I got Mama, I started to build my own house. Now I'm owning a 5-room house. I've got my family. I managed to take my kids to school. My firstborn is university now. I'm paying the fees. So that thing make me to be more grateful.
Her mother was a domestic worker for 32 years until old age.
She actually worked for white families until maybe 30 years. And she took us all to school. And me, she focused on me as the last born up until I was in matric. And then she said to me, my daughter, I want you to be a doctor.
Ena khona fela o namela thaba ba namela thaba dino a ditseneta a ditšhaba feta a tšhaba la tšeo ke gopola ke re moratho gape mo thabeng mo o na le dinko ngwana mma a re eno ke a matala a re ko wese ke nka ya mma ke kuku ke sese ke gole nna ke ana mo nko ke ta ihumana le nna ke na taba le ena ngwana ba le bohale kudu.
She's a self-educated and also educated her children without any bursary or help.
She really funded most of her education herself. You know, she had a bursary, and when the government stopped it because they wanted her to come back to work and she still wanted to pursue, then she said, okay, I'll just push. And then she got a job, started working, and continued to study.
She raised her children as a single mother and did her level best to ensure they get educated.
You know, even in terms of children, I mean, raising children and stuff, you know, my mom was really a hands-on parent. Despite working there. She was a hands-on parent, especially when it came to education. You know, she would come and really work with us, study with us, to a point of even registering a degree with my brother, just to make sure that he's gonna push and finish. You know, and she studied with him until he finished. You know, she was a hands-on parent who believes in education and who believes in not waiting for opportunities at the corner. You know, you can't sit at the corner and think the opportunities are gonna come, walk to you and say, here am I. You know, she believes in going and getting whatever you need to get, going out there in the world and get it. I feel very blessed indeed. I feel very privileged.
She's highly respected by her colleagues and the health industry as a whole.
You know, her leadership skills, her influential abilities, her intelligence, her interest in wanting to see other people developing made me who I am today. Because as I said, I'm also a doctor. I did my doctorate as well, following on her footsteps. She has made me anyway to be strong. She has made me to be financially independent. She has made me to take a risk because she's a risk taker, and she's a motivator. She'll make you to like life. She's my role model.
We are celebrating one of our own, an organic product, a legend, a selfless person who is just sharing all her life with the disadvantaged, who is giving hope to the hopeless.
Since 1994, Dr. Fisha became one of South Africa's treasure and businesswoman of note.
Dr. Fisha is what you see. That smile, that love she always gives, she is what you see. But behind all of that, there's wealth of knowledge, there's wealth of wisdom, there's wealth of experience, there's wealth of just guidance in life and in business.
She became the first black South African female to own a voluntary psychiatric hospital. And today, 8 years later, she has further acquired 3 more licenses in other provinces and 1 in Gaborone, Botswana.
Because when nobody has born, she's a trailblazer, she's a pioneer. At some point, I didn't understand it, but in my adulthood, I understood it. And I said, wow, I am living with a true legend on a daily basis.
She formed part of the healthcare practitioners who led the Discovery Health March on racism against black healthcare providers within the medical schemes. The march was successful and led to the establishment of Section 59, CMS Commission of Inquiry, headed by Advocate Ngukai Tobi. She has been all over the world, but the journey was not easy.
Are kare modimo we ntshadishe je thoye fela mme o kampola mbele mara thoye o e shadishe ka re batho ba sa enyaka ba sa nyaka mathale ya ka ngwana wo ke ngwana wo mongwe wa mohuta hae a le teng ka mo motseng wo.
She's the first black imagotherapist in Africa, specializing in relationships. She's the first psychologist to be nominated to a position of head of transformation for black psychologists in South Africa. She's the first black female chairperson for professional board of child and youth care worker in South Africa for 6 years. A recipient of Chancellor Award, which was the most prestigious award given to students whose overall academic performance had exceeded all the undergraduate students for 3 years. She specializes in mental health care and regarded as one of the gurus in psychology. Dr. Sinati Fisha is a qualified and registered professional nurse and clinical psychology with special interest in neuropsychology. She has several qualifications in nursing. First, a degree in nursing, a midwifery, qualified nursing administrator, community nurse, and psychiatric nurse. Degrees are as follows: PhD in clinical psychology, Masters in clinical psychology, BSc honors psychology, degree in nursing. Diplomas are as follows: diploma in general nursing, diploma in midwifery, diploma in psychiatric nursing, occupational health nursing, Tshwane University of Technology, diploma in HIV and AIDS, Brighton University, diploma in anatomy and physiology, Limpopo University, diploma in occupational medicine, American College of Occupational Therapy.
I'm driven by passion. I'm a very passionate person. When I do something, I put every effort to make sure that it is successful. Because I suffered a lot in my life and I've been there. I know what it means. I felt it. I believe in people and I believe that each and every person was born to contribute something in this world. And when I see people who are most vulnerable and not making it, I just want to give them the second chance. Every human being has got a potential. I will pick up someone on the street and I will look at them and I'll converse with them and I'll ask them what they like. And then from there, then I'll start, training you up until you can reach your own goal. I believe in integrity. When I do something, I commit to it. Integrity is one of the foundation of life that people must really hinge on, and they will make it if they can follow up on that one. I have a belief in terms of people taking accountability. I don't believe in people that just do something and eventually they say, I don't know why I did it. I want people to take responsibility and be accountable on what is supposed to be the outcome.
Dr. Senati Fisha is a nation builder, a businesswoman of note, a leader, a strategist, change maker, but most importantly, she's a servant of the people.